I'm joined in studio now by Mr. Brian Altunian. He's the Chief Operating Officer of Platinum Studios, stock symbols PDOS. Brian, good to see you again.
Good morning, Don.
Yeah, I was thinking about you just the other day, listening to the radio, and they were talking about how the movie Monsters vs. Aliens had just exploded and became the #1 box office last weekend. And I thought to myself, well, wait a minute, I know a company, Platinum Studios, got a movie coming out called Cowboys vs. Aliens.
Right.
I mean, you have got to love the association that the audience is obviously going to make in a couple of years.
It is true, and then they did nearly $60 million in box office this weekend for that, which is an animated film, and it's 3D animation. And it's funny that you bring that up because, you know, a lot of people think, because our company is a comic book-based entertainment company, they automatically think that comic books mean animated movies.
Right.
And I think that it's good for us to have this out there because the distinction is we are actually doing live-action movies.
Right.
The majority of our films are live action, like you think Dark Knight and Iron Man and Spider-Man, sure, and you know those kinds of movies. So it's nice to have that distinction. DreamWorks Animation did Monsters vs. Aliens, very successful. We do like the association, but clear distinction. We're doing live action feature film projects.
Right, but I just have to think that in a couple of years when your movie gets released, the audience is going to make a connection. Gee, I liked that first one because I dropped money on that, and you'd have to think that you'll have a nice opening.
We hope so. Two great genres, you know, that science fiction and the Western genres together in one film. Done right, I think. And the team that's involved, we think they're going to do a great job. I think it'll be very successful for us.
You know, not too long ago here in the program, we were talking with Rick Zekelberry of Origin Oil and how his company is being associated with big names like BP and Archer Daniels Midland. Your company is being associated with big names like Sony Entertainment and DreamWorks Productions. I mean, this is great company to be in for a small company.
Yeah, without a doubt. We really, you know, here's the key, Don, in the entertainment industry. It really is content ownership. Ultimately, it's moving into production and rights ownership. Ultimately, it's into distribution. That's really where Disney lives. Disney's really can take a great piece of intellectual property. They have all these avenues of distribution, ABC, their Disney Channel, Radio Disney, live events, their theme parks. And so they can take a creative piece of intellectual property and blow them out into all those areas of distribution and turn one piece of property into $1 billion franchise. And that's really our goal as well. That's what we aspire to be as a company like Disney. We have the rights to this very large library of material. We're moving into production with studio partners like, as you say, DreamWorks, Disney, Sony Animation. We're moving into our own production with the film that we're shooting down in New Orleans now. We're moving into distribution with the WowYo, the online distribution company that we own. So we are starting to make some great strides to move into that same space. Disney's $30 billion market cap. That's a great goal to aspire to as well. So
once again, Platinum Studios, PDOS. Brian, great story. Keep bringing it to us.
Thank you, Don.